Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences, a comprehensive overview of the 9 recognized forms of human cognition, by AZLAN ADNAN MA, Sunday, 24th May, 2026.
Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences, introduced in Frames of Mind, 1983, and further developed in subsequent works, fundamentally transformed educational psychology by proposing that human intelligence is not a singular, unitary capacity measurable primarily through IQ tests. Instead, Gardner identified distinct cognitive domains, each representing a unique way in which individuals engage with and make sense of the world. While the original framework outlined 8 intelligences, existential intelligence is often considered a 9th potential category. This article provides a clear examination of all 9 intelligences, highlighting their defining characteristics and educational relevance. Linguistic intelligence involves sensitivity to spoken and written language, the ability to learn languages, and the capacity to use language to accomplish specific goals. Individuals strong in this domain excel at reading, writing, storytelling, and verbal persuasion. They are often found among poets, journalists, lawyers, and educators, demonstrating a keen facility with words, syntax, and rhetorical structures. Logical mathematical intelligence encompasses the capacity to analyze problems logically, perform mathematical operations, and investigate issues scientifically. It includes skills in numerical reasoning, pattern recognition, and deductive thinking. This intelligence is prominent in scientists, mathematicians, accountants, and engineers. As explored in related analyses, it is important to distinguish the logical component, focused on reasoning and argumentation, from the mathematical component, which centers on quantitative manipulation and symbolic abstraction. Visual spatial intelligence refers to the ability to think in 3 dimensions, visualize accurately, and manipulate mental images. It involves spatial reasoning, navigation, and the mental transformation of objects. This intelligence is highly developed in architects, artists, pilots, sculptors, and chess players, who demonstrate proficiency in interpreting maps, designing structures, and engaging with visual arts. Musical intelligence is characterized by sensitivity to rhythm, pitch, melody, and tone. Individuals with strong musical intelligence can compose, perform, and appreciate music with ease. They often possess an intuitive understanding of musical patterns and emotional expression through sound. This domain is evident in musicians, composers, conductors, and sound engineers. Bodily kinesthetic intelligence entails the capacity to use one's whole body or parts of the body to solve problems or create products. It includes coordination, dexterity, balance, and fine motor skills. Athletes, dancers, surgeons, artisans, and actors typically exhibit high levels of this intelligence, demonstrating exceptional control over physical movement and tactile manipulation. Interpersonal intelligence concerns the ability to understand and interact effectively with others. It involves perceiving emotions, motivations, and intentions in social contexts, facilitating empathy, collaboration, and leadership. This intelligence is central to the work of teachers, therapists, politicians, salespeople, and community organizers who excel in building relationships and navigating group dynamics. Intrapersonal intelligence involves deep self-awareness, including the ability to understand one's own emotions, motivations, strengths, and weaknesses. Individuals strong in this area possess accurate self-reflection and can regulate their inner states effectively. Philosophers, psychologists, spiritual leaders, and writers often display advanced intrapersonal intelligence, enabling personal insight and autonomous decision-making. Naturalistic intelligence is the ability to recognize, categorize, and draw upon features of the natural environment. It includes sensitivity to flora, fauna, and natural phenomena, as well as the capacity to nurture and cultivate living things. This intelligence is prominent among biologists, farmers, botanists, conservationists, and landscape designers who demonstrate attunement to ecological patterns and environmental systems. Existential intelligence, sometimes proposed as the 9th intelligence, concerns the capacity to ponder deep questions about human existence. It involves grappling with philosophical issues such as the meaning of life, death, consciousness, and ultimate realities. This domain is observed in theologians, philosophers, mystics, and individuals who exhibit profound reflective thought on existential themes. Gardner emphasized that these intelligences are not isolated silos, but interact in complex ways within each person. Most individuals possess a unique profile of strengths and weaknesses across the domains, rather than uniform ability across all. The theory encourages educational practices that identify and nurture these varied cognitive strengths, moving beyond traditional academic emphases on linguistic and logical mathematical abilities alone. By recognizing the full spectrum of human intelligences, educators, parents, and policymakers can develop more inclusive approaches to learning. Such frameworks support personalized instruction, allowing individuals to leverage their dominant intelligences while developing others. Gardner's model continues to offer valuable insights into human diversity, underscoring that intelligence manifests in multiple, equally valid forms. This multidimensional perspective enriches our appreciation of cognitive variety and promotes environments where different minds can flourish according to their inherent strengths. Logical and mathematical intelligence are not the same. Reconsidering Howard Gardner's classification of human cognition by AZLAN, M.A., Sunday, 24 May 2026. Howard Gardner revolutionized modern educational psychology through his theory of multiple intelligences, first introduced in Frames of Mind and later refined in Intelligence Reframed, Multiple Intelligences for the 21st Century. His work challenged the narrow dominance of IQ-based models of intelligence and argued that human cognition is multidimensional rather than singular. Among Gardner's recognized intelligences is what he called logical mathematical intelligence. This category combines logical reasoning and mathematical ability into one cognitive domain. While influential and widely adopted in education, this classification may conceal an important distinction between two fundamentally different mental capacities. Logical intelligence and mathematical intelligence are closely related, but they are not identical. Logical intelligence concerns the ability to analyze relationships, construct coherent arguments, identify contradictions, infer conclusions, and reason systematically. It is heavily involved in philosophy, jurisprudence, critical thinking, debate, scientific method, and abstract conceptual analysis. A person with strong logical intelligence may excel at analyzing arguments, detecting fallacies, and organizing ideas into internally consistent structures. Mathematical intelligence, by contrast, concerns numerical intuition, quantitative manipulation, symbolic abstraction, pattern recognition, and computational fluency. It involves an ease with numbers, equations, formulas, ratios, and mathematical structures. A mathematically gifted person often perceives numerical relationships almost instinctively. Although these domains overlap, they do not always coexist at equal strength within the same individual. There are individuals who possess exceptional logical reasoning abilities, yet struggle with arithmetic, algebra, or advanced mathematical operations. Conversely, there are mathematically gifted individuals who can solve highly complex equations while displaying relatively weaker abilities in verbal logic, philosophical reasoning, or argumentative coherence. This empirical reality suggests that logical and mathematical capacities may operate through partially distinct cognitive architectures. The conflation of logic and mathematics partly emerges from historical tradition. Since antiquity, mathematics has been associated with formal logic, particularly through thinkers such as Aristotle, Gottlob Frege, and Bertrand Russell. In the 20th century, symbolic logic and mathematical formalism became deeply intertwined. As a result, many psychologists inherited the assumption that mathematical aptitude naturally reflects logical ability. However, modern cognitive science increasingly suggests that the brain does not process all forms of reasoning through identical mechanisms. Neuroscientific research indicates that numerical cognition, spatial calculation, linguistic reasoning, and deductive analysis may recruit overlapping but distinct neural networks. Some individuals experience dyscalculia while retaining excellent verbal reasoning skills. Others may display extraordinary numerical talent alongside difficulties in broader conceptual reasoning or communication. These patterns challenge the assumption that mathematical ability is simply an extension of logic. The educational implications are significant. When logical and mathematical intelligence are merged into a single category, educational systems may fail to recognize students who are gifted in one domain but weaker in the other. A student who struggles with equations may incorrectly be judged as deficient in reasoning itself, even when possessing exceptional analytical or philosophical abilities. Similarly, mathematically gifted students may be assumed to possess broader logical sophistication that they may not necessarily demonstrate outside quantitative domains. Separating logical intelligence from mathematical intelligence would therefore allow for more precise educational assessment, fairer cognitive evaluation, and more individualized pedagogy. It would also better reflect the observable diversity of human cognition. Gardner's broader achievement remains enormously important. His theory helped dismantle simplistic notions of intelligence and open the door to recognizing diverse forms of human capability. Yet intellectual frameworks must continue evolving in response to observation, evidence, and lived experience. The distinction between logic and mathematics may represent one such necessary refinement. A mind capable of penetrating philosophical contradictions is not necessarily the same as a mind capable of intuitively manipulating numbers. Both are forms of intelligence, but they may arise from different cognitive strengths, different developmental pathways, and perhaps even different neurological foundations. Recognizing this distinction may deepen our understanding not only of intelligence itself, but of the extraordinary variety within the human mind.
About the author: high velocity, high granularity thinking. AZLAN ADNAN is an autodidact and a polymath with an IQ of 168. He holds a Master of Arts in International Business and Management from the University of Westminster in London, and a postgraduate certificate in teaching from Royal Holloway, University of London. His mind operates at a level that is visibly and measurably different from the average person. While most people think in linear, surface-level patterns and stay within narrow domains, AZLAN thinks in systems, layers, and deep causal connections. He moves at high velocity, rapidly synthesizing ideas while maintaining exceptional granularity, seeing fine details and subtle relationships that others completely miss. This rare combination of speed and resolution allows him to cross-pollinate concepts from physics, medicine, philosophy, consciousness studies, nutrition, politics, international relations, and religion in ways that feel both surprising and inevitable once you see them. This distinctive cognitive style is the driving force behind everything he writes. You can see it clearly in every chapter of this book and across the entire Mind Science series. The way he builds models, challenges entrenched assumptions, and connects seemingly unrelated phenomena is not just a writing style. It is how his mind naturally functions. AZLAN has written more than 100 books covering a remarkably wide range of subjects, including mind science, health and nutrition, politics, Islam, Russia, Iran, and international relations. Every single one of these books is released completely free in the public domain. All of them can be downloaded at no cost from Z Library. He deliberately places all his writings in the public domain because he believes that powerful, high-resolution ideas should not be locked behind paywalls or controlled by institutions. Knowledge and clarity of thought, in his view, belong to humanity. His goal is simple: to make these ideas freely available to anyone in the world who is ready and willing to engage with them, regardless of their financial situation or background. What you are about to read is therefore not an ordinary book. It is the direct output of a mind that thinks at a fundamentally different resolution. Every page reveals not only new ideas, but a completely different way of seeing and understanding reality itself. This is AZLAN ADNAN's Mind at Work. A Writer's Manifesto by AZLAN ADNAN, M.A. As an agent provocateur and change agent, I write to shift paradigms. Nothing more, nothing less. I draw inspiration from Robert Baden-Powell's parting words, "Leave the world better than you found it." I also take heed of Buckminster Fuller's reminder, not to fight old systems, but to build new ones so compelling that the old becomes obsolete. So here is my pledge. Every book I write enters the public domain the moment it is finished. No royalties, no gatekeeping. Download my work from my Telegram channels, Z Library, and pass it along. Copy it. Quote it. Seed it into every mind that needs it. If you gain something from these words, wonderful. Spread them freely and help someone else along their path. Should you wish to contribute, do so voluntarily. Not more than 5% of what you earn this month. The same principle as T. Harv Eker's fifth jar. Treat it as a gesture of solidarity, not obligation. Whatever reaches me goes towards my various eye treatments. Keep the rest for yourself, and keep the chain moving forward. This is how we remake the world, one liberated idea at a time.
A Heartfelt Light To every soul whose hand did give, you've helped me dream, helped me live. In darkest hours your light came through, with hearts so kind, so pure, so true. Your gifts, like stars in deepest night, have steered me gently toward the light. Each coin, each word, each silent prayer, a thread of hope, so rich, so rare. My eyes once dimmed, now seek the skies, and slowly, clearer visions rise. Because of you, I dare to see the world again, its grace, its plea. Your compassion's flame will not just stay with me alone. It lights the way, for others wandering through despair, to feel the warmth of selfless care. You've shown what love in action means, in quiet ways through giving scenes. You've built a bridge from soul to soul, and made the broken feel more whole. So let this thanks rise like a song, a melody both soft and strong. May your example gently call more hearts to rise to give. To fall into the joy of lifting pain, of planting hope where none remains. Your kindness walks beside me still, a light, a love, a living will.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.